Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a spectacular Wednesday afternoon with 10 races to show you. Let's go to Pete Aiello with those track and weather conditions.
We start a new week of racing in South Florida with cloudy conditions, but a beautiful day. Temperatures only in the low 70s here this afternoon. A fast main track and a firm turf course. 10 races in total today, with the first of the day over the main track at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Field of 8 lined up. The off-time favorites included the 1 Royal Holiday and number 6 Empire Power. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start for Fortune Cookie today, up on his outside. Empire Power showing speed, sent along his inhibition from toward the inside at the rail. Royal Holiday as they run out of the chute. It's Fortune Cookie to put a neck in front over Empire Power, who's alongside at the inside, and Royal Holiday followed out wide by Are You Talking to Me? In between horses is Inhibition. They're followed by Curlin's Vow, third last. Second last is Hollywood Handsome. Don's Marsh is the early trailer as the opening quarter went in 24 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. The field of 8 separated by 4 lengths with Fortune Cookie under siege as Royal Holiday attacks toward the rail. In the 2 path is Inhibition. Out 4 wide is Empire Power. 5 wide on the course is Are You Talking to Me? Racing ahead of Hollywood Handsome, who's asked to improve by Jaramillo. 2 back to Curlin's Vow, and Don's Marsh is last. The opening half mile was 47 seconds flat. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, and Tyler Gaffleone sends Royal Holiday up for a narrow lead. Up on the outside, Fortune Cookie is there second. Back to third is Empire Power. Inhibition is next. Curlin's Vow improves inside of Hollywood Handsome to race about 6 lengths off the lead. Then Don's Marsh, and the trailer is Are You Talking to Me? As they run to the top of the stretch. Fortune Cookie and Paco Lopez back up alongside Royal Holiday. Third is Empire Power. Fourth is Inhibition, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:11 and 1. There's an eighth of a mile left to go. Fortune Cookie up for a short lead. Jose Ortiz pleading for more from Empire Power, who starts the motor on the outside. Fortune Cookie or Empire Power? Fortune Cookie for the front. Fortune Cookie for the win. Empire Power second. Royal Holiday was third. Then Inhibition and Curlin's Vow. Good start today for number 5, Fortune Cookie. That was definitely the difference, as he'd been blowing the brake in his last couple of outings. He made the start and he got the victory under Paco Lopez for trainer Bobby DeBona and owner Philip DeCosmo. It was 6, Empire Power, who was second ahead of the 1 Royal Holiday, who had to settle for third. To the second race now, start of the early pick 4. This race on turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers of the filly and mare variety in for $16,000. Field of 11 went postward. The favorite was the 4, Windjammer. And they're off. From the center, Sunshine Treasure was away well, moving out the rail. She's No Joke is up the challenge. Here's speed from Sweet Abdication, and she'll be up for a short lead. Up the challenge is Lovely Sunset. Lovely Sunset a neck in front, past the wire the first time from Sweet Abdication in second. Rhett Lenore is now third, racing in fourth is She's No Joke. Followed fifth by Mija Bella. Spun out wide to the first turn is Glorious Freedom. To the inside and at the rail, in fact, is Windjammer. Tapping on the brakes at the back was Sunshine Treasure. Here's City Kitty up and by her. Saving ground is Elizabeth's Vow. She's second last. Just ahead of her is Peggotty through the opening quarter mile in 24 and 1. Into the backstretch they race. Edgard Zayas and Lovely Sunset lead the way a half a length. Sweet Abdication second. Rhett Lenore on hold third. She's No Joke is now fourth, followed by Mija Bella in fifth. Down at the inside, that's Windjammer. Far outside is Glorious Freedom, about 7 lengths off the pace setter, with Here's City Kitty just to her inside. They're followed by Elizabeth's Vow. The 2 at the back are Peggotty and Sunshine Treasure. That's the 11 of them with half a mile left to go, and Lovely Sunset to catch. Her lead is now a length and a quarter. Into the clear, Rhett Lenore is now on the attack second. 3 wide third is a Sweet Abdication. She's No Joke is next. No place to go for Windjammer yet. Here City Kitty gets started 3 wide. Windjammer will follow that move. Mija Bella's in the 2 path. Wide on the course is Glorious Freedom, and they're at the top of the stretch. Lovely Sunset cuts the corner and maintains the lead. To the attack, Rhett Lenore is now second. 3 back to the outside, and here's City Kitty. There's an eighth of a mile left to go. Zayas gets to work on Lovely Sunset. She leads 2.5. Windjammer splits horses and is up into second. Windjammer tries to get Lovely Sunset. Here's the finish. It's going to be Lovely Sunset to hang on. Lovely Sunset saved by the wire over Windjammer, a hard-charging second in 1:44 and 1. Number 4, Windjammer, had an unlucky trip here this afternoon. Had to settle for second, as number 6, Lovely Sunset, had a lovely trip and went gate to wire. Handled well by Edgard Zayas for Mike Trombetta and owner Cassandra Horner. Second was Windjammer, and third was the 7, Rhett Lenore, and we'll be right back.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The third annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. A field of 8 signed on. The off-time favorites included the 1, Rose M, and the 8, Dawn Lightning. And they're off. Not a good start for Tapete Claire, slow into stride and 3 lengths last. It was a good start for Magnato Go, who heads off for the early lead. Moving out the rail, Rose M trying to stay close enough early. In between horses, Alta Bambina is up to challenge the leader. Away in 4th is Zarabanda. Back to 5th is Dawn Lightning, working 3 ahead of Tapete Claire. The 2 at the back are Casual Carol and Mama Tries. Past the opening quarter mark, and with the advantage, Magnato Go in 23-3 from Alta Bambina on the outside. Toward the inside and Rose M trying to save inside position for Luis Saez. Back to 4th is the Gray Dawn Lightning. Up to 5th now is Tapete Claire to race 3.5 lengths off the pace setter, racing ahead of Zarabanda, and then it's a gap of another 5 lengths back to the 2 at the back, Mama Tries and Casual Carol. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn, 47-2 for a half-mile speed, and at the inside, Rose M is now quickened up to put a neck in front, but Dawn Lightning runs right alongside, and these two, as the big favorites, they begin to sprint away from a ridden Tapete Claire third. Magnato Go is all in, trying to get underway from the back is Casual Carol with 5/16 to run. Dawn Lightning and Jaramillo bidding up on the outside to take the lead. Trying to fight on second is Rose M. Tapete Claire is third. Zarabanda running home a bit is Casual Carol next toward the rail. Off the turn and the stretch drive, and Dawn Lightning comes away with the lead and leads by 2.5. Rose M is clearly second. The battle strictly for the minors as Dawn Lightning continues with the lead. Second is Rose M. Dawn Lightning by 2.5. Rose M is second. Dawn Lightning in front. Rose M second. Casual Carol gets third. Then Mama Tries and Tapete Claire. Number 1, Rose M, and number 8, Dawn Lightning dominated the betting and the race here in race number 3, as number 8, Dawn Lightning gets the better end of the deal under Misael Jaramillo, the trainer Victor Barboza Jr., and VEB Racing Stable. Second, number 1, Rose M, and third was number 6, Casual Carol. On to the 4th race now, in 1 mile over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for $12,500. A field reduced by 1, scratch number 6, Fightin' Irish Tabit, 9 to the gate. Off-time favorite was number 7, Interlaken. And they're off. Level beginning. Dazzling Pros was one of the first to begin. Up on the outside, London Werewolf moves to challenge toward the inside, and Bragg Dude, offensive-minded. Outside looking in is at the rail, and Curlin's Knight is between horses. Off the speed is Marnesia One Step. The 2 at the back are Interlaken and Super Duper Visor. Out of the chute they run and linking up with the main course, and Paco Lopez and Bragg Dude now have the lead by a half a length. On the inside and outside looking in, trying to secure the 2 path is Vasquez on Curlin's Knight. Mission accomplished there. He's up into second. 4th is Marnesia One Step. 5th is the Kentucky Invader, London Werewolf. Then back to Booming Bodron, racing to the outside of Dazzling Pros. At the rail, that's Interlaken, the trailer Super Duper Visor. 24-1 for the opening quarter speed. Past the half mile they run. With the advantage, Bragg Dude while 3 wide. On the 2 path is Curlin's Knight at the rail outside looking in. Worked on the far outside is London Werewolf. Dazzling Pros improves with an inside lane. Landeros starts to get Interlaken into the race. Inside position for that one, but traffic in front of him about 6 lengths off the lead with 5/16 left to run. With the advantage, it's outside looking in, and Jockey Romero Mirage, they turn first. Curlin's Knight up on the outside takes another run at him second into the clear. Dazzling Pros for Luis Luis Sanchez. That gives room to Interlaken, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:13.1. Now there's an eighth of a mile to go. Outside, looking in, has the lead. Interlaken surfaces between horses down the center and Dazzling Pros. Interlaken strides to a narrow lead. Outside, looking in, boxing on. Here's the line. Interlaken won it. Landeros and Interlaken got the seam and got the victory. From outside looking in, then Dazzling Pros and Curlin's Night. Number 7, Interlaken finds room when he needs to off the top of the turn, and jockey Chris Landeros sends him in the right direction in deep stretch, getting up for the victory for Rusty Arnold and the Calumet Farm. 1 outside looking in with a tough beat, while second ahead of the 5 Dazzling Pros ran third. We move to the 5th race of the afternoon. We're on the turf here to start the Rainbow Six. About 7.5 furlongs. Maiden claimers of the 2-year-old filly variety. They're in for $50,000. Scratch the 3 and 5, a field of 9. Off-time favorites included number 9, It's Complicated, and number 10, Give Mother a Rose. And they're off. Charge It Jen away well, moving between horses. Here's the newcomer Bella Porte up to challenge. Give Mother a Rose wants to get over from her outside gate. Widest of all is Looking Like a Queen in the charge to the first turn. Give Mother a Rose comes away with the lead and leads now by a length and a half. Looking Like a Queen second. Bella Porte will settle in from third. Up to fourth and racing in the 2 path. That's Folly with Matzo Bella next at the rail. She's a bit keen. It's Complicated is 3 wide, a length in front of Charge It Jen third last. Second last is Indicia, and the trailer is Red Robe. Down the backstretch they go. They went 23 and 2 for the initial quarter speed, and Give Mother a Rose dictates the terms and leads a length and a quarter. Looking Like a Queen is there second. Bella Porte is third. On hold fourth in the 2 path is Folly, followed by Matzo Bella. Then It's Complicated and Charge It Jen. Second last early is Red Robe, and Indicia continues at the back of the group as they swing to the far turn. The opening half mile was 48 and 1 as they round the far turn. Give Mother a Rose leads 3 parts of a length. Looking Like a Queen, the nearest pursuer second. Bella Porte begins to lose her pitch third. Up on the outside, 3 wide, It's Complicated. From between horses, that's Folly as they race past the quarter-mile mark and swing in. Give Mother a Rose, but Looking Like a Queen sticks with her now, and these two continue to battle with an eighth of a mile to go. Looking Like a Queen on the outside. Give Mother a Rose fighting on toward the inside. Bella Porte, Charge It Jen looking to get out from behind horses in deep stretch. Bella Porte takes a surge at Give Mother a Rose. Photo finish. Bella Porte surged right at the wire with Give Mother a Rose at the inside in 1:30 flat. Number 10, Give Mother a Rose, loses a heartbreaker here in today's 5th race as the victory goes to the newcomer. Number 7, Bella Porte, under jockey Jose Ortiz, gets the tight decision for Victor Barboza Jr., who gets his second training success of the day. This one for owners Sonata Stable. 10, Give Mother a Rose, did all the heavy lifting and was second ahead of the 11, Looking Like a Queen. She also fired a big shot today, but she had to settle for third. Time for another commercial break. Still to come, the late pick 5. We're sprinting on the turf right after this.
And Go Zipper is pulling away. Go Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance.
Awesome again has won.
Go Zipper kicking clear.
Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of today's late pick 5, 5 furlongs on turf. Claimers in for $16,000. These are fillies and mares which have not won 3. Scratch the 2, Lifetime Citizen, a field of 12 as the 13 drew in, and the favorite was number 5, Not Nice. Solarte in the center of the course begins for the lead from Not Nice, who comes away racing in second, sent out of there Gracias Adios. She has to tap on the brakes a touch, and at the inside Happy River. Far outside, True Heiress moves up as True Heiress challenges Solarte for the top. Now it's Not Nice who's in traffic and having to tap on the brakes as Gracias Adios makes it up to third. Not Nice is now fourth, followed fifth by Freudy. Outside of her and Rethink Me. Happy River moves up next toward the rail ahead of Proud Legacy. Out wide on the course is Can You See Me. Wider than her is Rethink Me. Then it's a half a length back to Love and Lemons, and at the back is Barbados Kitten, and up front it's Solarte. Solarte in from Charlestown, off the turn with the advantage. To the attack now, True Heiress is second toward the inside, Gracias Adios. Not Nice, asked to quicken by Paco Lopez down the stand side. Proud Legacy is next, Happy Rivers over the top with an eighth of a mile to go, and Solarte to get. Solarte still strong and still in front. Solarte is now widened the advantage, and 3 for 3 to start her career. Solarte will win it. It's a three-way go for second. I think inside Gracias Adios for second, tighter for third, and 57 flat. Nice job of race placement by the conditioner of number 6, Solarte, and race number 6, Sarah Nagel and the Big Lick Farm. They found the perfect spot for the West Virginia Invader to make an impact, and an impact she does as she remains undefeated, going 3 for 3. Solarte with Jonathan Gonzalez at the helm, Sarah Nagel the winning trainer, and Big Lick Farms the winning owner. To the 7th race now, we stay on turf, and we move to 7.5 furlongs. The maidens of the special weight variety, scratch number 13, Cash on Hand. A field of 12 favorites included 4, Front Run the Fed, and 8 on the way to Neverland. Racing. Good start for Front Run the Fed, and up on the outside on the way to Neverland. Strides forward, and on the way to Neverland will take the lead. Outside, and King Leo comes away a joint second. Tugging between horses is Front Run the Fed. Then down at the inside goes Army Scout. Very wide through the first turn was Impunity. Just ahead of him was Honey Won't as they round the first turn. Up front on the way to Neverland leads the way now by a length. King Leo and Front Run the Fed second and third. Army Scout is next. In the 2 path is the gray Dr. All Day. Just Call Me Norman is 3 wide. Far outside while 4 wide. Honey Won't. It won't settle indeed and is all the way up to challenge for the lead. Impunity is next. Then down at the rail goes Wacky Pal racing ahead of Macho Mania, situated between horses and 7 lengths off the lead, while third last. Second last, He's No Lemon. The trailer is Rochambeau. They make their way past the half-mile mark and swing to the far turn, and Honey Won't rather, has the lead. He wouldn't settle and leads away now a length and a quarter. Racing in second is King Leo, back to third on the road to Neverland. Out 3 wide is Just Call Me Norman, followed by Front Run the Fed. No place to go for Army Scout. Macho Mania begins to make it some ground while 3 or 4 wide. Trying to run home from the back is Rochambeau, and they're out the top of the stretch. Off the turn in the stretch drive, it's Honey Won't who comes away with the lead. On the way to Neverland is Loose and charging again, and these two have drawn clear with less than an eighth to go. On the way to Neverland, strides to a narrow lead. Honey Won't kicks gamely, but is back to second. On the way to Neverland, and Irad Ortiz Jr. will win it. Second, Honey Won't. Third was Front Run the Fed. Close for fourth, involving Just Call Me Norman in 129-1. Number 8 on the way to Neverland gets a perfect trip from jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., pouncing off cover at the top of the lane and running down Honey Won't in deep stretch to get a 5-2 win under Irad Ortiz Jr. for Wesley Ward and the Ice Wine Stable. Second, number 9, Honey Won't, in a great try at a nice price ahead of the 4, Front Run the Fed, who was a well-beaten third. To the 8th race now on the start of the late pick 3, 5 furlongs on turf. Allowance optional claiming runners. Scratch number 10, Trev. Rider change on 7 at odds to Relu Gutierrez. Favorites were 2, Starship Wildcat, and 5, Amelia's Wild Ride. Good start out wide for City Rock with the veteran Starship Wildcat moving up from down toward the inside. At odds, it comes away in the top flight, and in fact, at odds, strides to a narrow lead. Starship Wildcat toward the rail, out 3 wide, and City Rock. From behind the speed, 4th is Amelia's Wild Ride, 2 lengths clear of Black Pepper, then Vino. Length and a half back to Frenchman Street, and Harry's Gone Gray is last of all as they speed around the far turn. 22-4 for a reasonable opening quarter stanza. The leader is Starship Wildcat by a neck. On the outside, at odds, is their second, City Rock third. Veteran campaigner Amelia's Wild Wide looks for racing room toward the inside. Paco looks over his shoulder to try to keep him boxed in, and they're at the top of the stretch. Starship Wildcat has the lead. Amelia's Wild Ride into the clear and on the attack now. Amelia's Wild Ride trying to get Starship Wildcat. Amelia's Wild Ride powers to the front. Starship Wildcat is second to Amelia's Wild Ride. Third is Frenchman Street. 4th is Black Pepper, then Harry's Gone Gray. Favorites run 1-2 in today's 8th race, with the second choice getting the money, as Irad Ortiz Jr. got the right trip for Amelia's Wild Ride, and the 7-year-old veteran campaigner did the rest, getting up for the victory for trainer Jane Sabelli, owner's Broad Street Racing Stable. Second, number 2, Starship Wildcat, and third was number 9, Frenchman Street. Time for another commercial break. Still to come, the late Daily Double, right after this. Back now for race number 9 on the program. 2-year-old fillies in the first half of the late Daily Double. Scratch the 2 and the 8, a field of 6. The off-time favorites included the 1, Midtown Rose, and number 4, Creedability. And they're off. Great start for Celebrate Me. Quick to start as well as Midtown Rose. And from between that pair is Jeltrin. Out of their fourth is Creedability. Then it's a length and a half to Rosedale, who's second last early. And the trailer is Crumbun. Down the backstretch they go. And Saez and Jeltrin lead by a head. Midtown Road is at the rail second, 3 wide, and Celebrate Me third. Then it's the other three, led by Crumbun on the far outside. Rosedale at the rail. And Creedability works between horses from Montalvo through a 23-second reasonable opening quarter speed. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Romero Mirage saves rail position with Midtown Rose and is now back to put a neck in front. Alongside the leader second is Jeltrin, a length and a half to Celebrate Me third. The back markers have never really kicked it into high gear with a quarter of a mile left to go. Up front, it's Midtown Rose held together nicely through a 46 1/2 mile. Celebrate Me is on the attack 3 wide. Jeltrin has called it a day with 3/16 to go. Midtown Rose is kicking clear. Mirage asks her for more. She's got plenty and she's well clear. Midtown Rose by 5, by 6, and still moving away. Creedability is going to try to get into second. Midtown Rose, an easy winner. Creedability up for second. Jeltrin battled hard to get third. Then Celebrate Me and Rosedale and 111 flat. Great performance today from the betting favorite in race 9, number 1, Midtown Rose, saved inside position and had a nice kick when asked by Romero Mirage. The daughter of Gary D. powers to victory for trainer Safi Joseph Jr. and owner Damon Ming. It was 4, Creedability, who got running to be second, ahead of the 3, Jeltrin, who had to settle for third. To today's 10th and final live race, Maiden claimers over the main track at 1 mile. They're in for $12,500. Scratch number 4, Bellamy Street. The favorite was number 7, Zalza, who was ridden by Jose Ortiz. And runners away. Tism was away well, so was Gemwan, and these two reach out for the early lead. Toward the inside of him is Zalza, sent along by Ortiz, and angling for racing room is Watch Your Step. So as they leave the chute, it's Zalza having an early tussle with Gemwan. Tism is a joint third alongside Watch Your Step. They're followed by Treasure Bay, then to the inside Karis. At the rail is El Playon. Far outside goes Perfect Beam, 2.5 clear of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. The two at the back are Zaman and Bruno Knows Best. 24 2 for the opening quarter speed, and up front the leader is Zalza, in front 3 parts of a length. Gemwan is there second. Watch Your Step is now third. Tism starts to make a bit of ground while fourth. Back to fifth is El Playon. Then it's an inside running Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. He got inside of Bruno Knows Best. Alongside him is Karis, and out wide is Treasure Bay. 2.5 to Perfect Beam. The trailer is Zaman as they round the far turn. They went 48 4 for the opening half mile. There's less than 3 furlongs to go. Zalza held together up front. On the outside, it's Gemwan, still right alongside second. Watch Your Step is third. Long shot El Playon has a shot from there under Lionel Reyes, only 3 lengths off the lead. The rest are far back, led by Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, and Perfect Beam. And they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 114 flat. They wheel home. The leader is Zalza into the clear now. El Playon's going to offer his challenge from second. Gemwan on the outside now third. Late run from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. 16th to go. Zalza still clear. Zalza by 3. El Playon is second. Toward the inside, and Gemwan with coming on Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Zalza won it. El Playon second. Gemwan third. Then Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, and Perfect Beam in 141 flat. Number 7, Zalza, figured to go favored with Jaramillo or Ortiz. But when Jaramillo took off, the money poured in on this son of two-step Salsa, and Jose Ortiz gets his second success of the day. This one from Marcial Navarro and Establo G&G. Number 3, El Playon at a big price for second, ahead of the 8, Gemwan, who ran third. 10, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe completes the super. We will have a carryover in the Super High Five tomorrow, and we did have a nice return in the Rainbow Six of more than 7,000. However, the Rainbow Six will carries over to tomorrow at 12:35.
And that wraps up Wednesday's action. Right back again here on a Thursday with a 10-race card. Our first race post, 12:35. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired. Oh, my aching back. Let's hit the hay.